Welcome back to Words to the Mothers. Still to come is Wine Time. But first, let's rejoin our chat with Christina Marie.
I, for one, like I mentioned, was a fan.
Thanks.
Not just because you're a Bristol girl and I'm a Bristol girl, because you're very talented.
Thank you very
There
much.
was outrage about the fact that you didn't win. How did you feel about that? That must have taken the edge off.
It's really bizarre. So I went to see my mum the other day and she's got this box of all like the clippings from the newspapers, from the local Bristol press and everything. And when I was going through it, I didn't really see any of that because I was just going through it. And it was really nice to see all of the support that they'd given me. And I did kind of clock on when we were doing the live shows that people were saying that I was like the bookies' favourite to win and all of this stuff.
Yes.
And I had a lot of support from back home, which was really nice. And I thought about winning because if at the end of the day there was only 4 of us left, so one of us had to win it.
Yeah.
And it could have been me. But
should have been you. Go on.
Thanks. But you know, at the same time, I mean, when you're standing there and it was just the 3 of us left, it was me, Jermaine and Sally, and it was nerve-wracking. Like, your heart is in your mouth. You're like, am I going to win it? And when Jermaine won it, you know, there really wasn't any hard feelings. Like,
no, I know that.
My mum's still like outraged, but like she's like properly like about it.
But she's, I mean, you're very close with your mum as well, aren't you? I remember that from the show.
Yeah, and so, you know, the singing thing really came from her because she used to be a singer, and, you know, I would just watch her, like, growing up and doing the gigs and stuff and be like, this is my mum. But yeah, I had no hard feelings at all with Jermaine because in the beginning, as soon as I heard his voice, I was just like, he's amazing. And, you know, it was really cool to be around other singers that could sing really well. And
well, we talked briefly about your mum there. What was it like growing up for you with your family? Were you like made to sing at family gatherings? And
yes, always, incessantly.
And school concerts? Really?
Yeah. I mean, my childhood was kind of not the easiest, you know, parents split up and all of that garbage and everything. But, you know, my mum, as a single parent, I think she coped quite well considering all of the things that she had to deal with and raising 2 little girls on her own, you know. But yeah, it was fun. You know, we were always kind of around music because my mum would have her equipment that she would set up in the house to rehearse and just like blare the music, and then she'd have the mic on and she'd let me sing a song, and it was like so cool. And so like the year that Leona Lewis won the X Factor and she released Bleeding Love or something, that single, oh my gosh, the amount of people was just like, right, sing it.
I bet you did a cracking version of that.
And when you've got like a lot of rowdy, slightly drunk Bristolian family members around you at Christmas after dinner saying, sing, sing, you're like, okay, please don't kill me, I'll do it.
I'd love Christmas around your ass. So you mentioned your EP that you've been working on.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it.
It's still kind of like in development stages, but it's a lot more progressed now than it was a few months ago. So yes, I've been working with an amazing guy called Andy Gillian. Basically what I'm trying to make is diva metal. It's not been done before.
Diva metal, I like that.
So it's like Mariah Carey meets guitars and orchestration and subby 808s and synths and a bit of R&B influence. So getting the ratio of each part right has been a bit of a challenge, but we're rolling with it. It's good. I'm really excited about it, and
you know what's coming next.
Yeah.
Can I have an a cappella taster, please?
Okay.
Take your time.
I just finished recording a song called Control, which is like the big ballad of the whole kind of album. So I'll sing a little bit from this.
I love it.
But I'm nervous to sleep with your heart in my dreams and stuck in my mind. Don't wanna know what this means. Now there's oceans between us, and I know this can never be. I can't be feeling this way, but I'm constantly betrayed by myself.
Oh, she's a bit good. Christina Marie, you've been lovely. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Take care.
Clemmy, idea of hell, soft play or cold play?
Some people say I'm obsessed with wine. That's not true. I like gin too. So Ruth Wiles of Clifton Wine School.
Hello.
You've got gin for us this week, haven't you?
Yes, I have. So gin, it's a category that's exploded recently. loads of people loving gin. In Bristol, where I live, recently there was a whole bar dedicated to gin has just opened.
I know that bar and I love it.
Have you been there? £7.50 for a delicious gin and tonic. It's expensive, but
well spent.
well spent, absolutely.
I mean, you touched on something there that is absolutely right. Gin has become such a fashion. It's like property or fashion.
Yes.
Where you can see like either resurgence or something like up and coming. And gin's definitely one of those, especially on the internet now, in mum world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mother's Ruin is huge.
Actually, one of the gins that we're going to taste today is Sipsmith's, which is produced in London, and they basically kick-started the recent gin revolution. So that's why I brought that one along today.
That's a revolution I can get on board with.
Absolutely. I'll be first against the wall. That we're going to try last, though, because that's the most expensive that we've got here today. The first one we're going to try is the cheapest, and it comes in at £10, just under £10.
Now this has made the papers.
It has made the papers, absolutely. This has been awarded best gin in the world when tasted blind at a recent competition.
In the world.
At the competition, depending on how many of the people put their gins into the competition.
And it's good old Aldi.
And it's good old Aldi, and it's less than £10. They've named it the Oliver Cromwell for some reason.
Okay, shall we?
Shall we try it? So sub £10.
This is Aldi.
Aldi.
I will sniff, I love a sniff.
Really refreshing.
Oh.
It's not going to set your world on fire potentially,
No.
but it's good. Really is a very good gin for.
And I say because it's gin, but it's not a Bombay Sapphire.
It's not a Bombay Sapphire. I'm not sure that it really deserves the accolade of best gin in the world, but certainly best gin for £10 that you're going to.
That is lovely. It's
Excellent.
for being refreshing on a summer's day. It's absolutely perfect, I think.
On any day.
So next is
Bloom. So this is available at your local Sainsbury's. It's called Bloom because it's a nod to the fact that it's quite floral. So it's got a lot of the botanicals, which are what we call the flavourings that go into gin, are very floral in their nature. So if we have a smell of this one, it should be.
It's quite herby.
It is quite herby, yes. It's not that there's many herbs used in the blend, but it just comes across that way as well.
That's lovely.
I struggle sometimes with the idea that there's masculine and feminine drinks, but in that if you typify things in that sort of way, then this is a more sort of feminine style of gin.
Yes, I know what you mean. It's kind of like perfume.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of perfume versus cologne. You know what smells masculine because of the way we're conditioned.
Exactly, we are conditioned to believe that this is a feminine product.
No,
and
I definitely
think
get it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm going to say I like it. I prefer it.
So this one,
but I would
it's twice the price. Do you think it's worth?
I don't think it is.
That's the thing.
But I do like it.
Good.
Let's set the world on fire with that review. I like it.
I think it's nice.
So, Ruth, what have you got for us next?
So now we have what's become a modern classic, so Sipsmith. There was a time 10 years ago when all these new gins did not exist, and two men in London decided that perhaps London needed to be producing gin, considering that it's called London Dry Gin is the name of the style. It's also slightly higher in the alcohol level, so you'll notice it's 41.6% alcohol this, and most gins come in at 40% usually, but that slightly higher alcohol level actually means that the alcohol molecules hold on to the flavours and the aromas that little bit better, and then when you put the tonic in, it just releases it and becomes a bit fresher.
You know your stuff, Ruth.
I do.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's my job.
You're in the right job. It's almost like it's what you do for a living.
It's almost like it's what I do for a living.
So actually no aroma.
It might be because we've become numb to the gin aromas now. Leveled off.
That is strong.
It's tasty.
It's tasty,
That's the other way of putting the word.
Yeah, that is really nice. That is quite strong.
Yes.
I do like that actually.
It's nice.
And it's not just because it's strong, actually. I'm not one for strong gins. I actually like gin to be a single measure, not a double. And that actually does have, as you say, a bit of more kind of flavour.
Yes, absolutely, and it clings onto that flavour a little bit better. It is more expensive, so where it's sold in quite a few places, but you're normally looking at around about £30. But it's not the most expensive gin on the market, but it is one of the really good ones, and certainly we owe them a lot of gratitude.
Well, Ruth, for a bath time aperitif,
Nice.
I'm going to have that one.
Okay.
Is that okay if I take that now?
That's fine, you take that.
Thank you, Ruth, as ever, for bringing me alcohol.
You're welcome.
It's like you know me. That's all we have time for this week. Join us next week for more mum chat, more guests, and more booze.